Hello children, welcome to the online class of the 9th standard English. Today we are going to have the second part of the second unit, Sound of Music. We have already completed the first part of this unit, so let's move on to the second part, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. This lesson is about Ustad Bismillah Khan, of course. He was a renowned Shehnai player in India. We can call him a legend because he did something which has historical significance. He got a chance to play the musical instrument called Shehnai on the day India got independence at the Red Fort, before the Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, gave his speech. Okay, so he just did something auspicious for the whole country. We can tell like that. And in this page you can see the images of so many musicians of India, and the last image is of Ustad Bismillah Khan. He is playing over this musical instrument known as Shehnai, and he did a lot. Khan did a lot to popularize the Shehnai also. Actually, Shehnai had a long held importance as a folk instrument played primarily in traditional ceremonies only. So it was only Bismillah Khan who worked to elevate or to upgrade its status and bringing it to the concert stage also. Let's begin the chapter. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. So banned means prohibited. The word meaning of shrill is very sharp, and unpleasant means something that you dislike. So there was a musical instrument. There was a musical instrument called pungi, and we can call it as a predecessor of Shehnai also. And when the Mughals ruled India before the Britishers came, there was a very famous Mughal ruler called Aurangzeb, and he did not allow the pungi be played in his royal residence. Do you know why? Because that instrument, pungi, had a shrill or unpleasant sound. It had a very sharp sound. So the emperor Aurangzeb didn't allow that instrument to be played in his royal residence. Pungi became the generic name for reeded noisemakers. Generic name means a name given to a class or group as a whole. And reeded means wind instruments which have reeds like the flute, clarinet, etc. Reeded can be called as wind instruments, and reed means a thin strip of wood that that we use to produce sound in instruments. So by using that thin strip of wood, we'll be making this kind of instruments. Like, just imagine the structure of a flute. Okay, so with the help of air, when we blow air into it, we can produce a sound like that. This kind of reeds will be there. Okay, and so any musical instrument which is made with reeds, like we have flutes, clarinets, and they are all classified as pungi. Okay, so pungi is a broad term for any type of instrument which uses wind to produce sound. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. Revived means brought back to live. So once Aurangzeb has banned all these reeded noisemakers in his royal residence, so nobody thought that one day such noisemakers or such instruments which was very unpleasant sound, which was having very unpleasant sound, will be played again, and it will be very pleasing for all the audience. It will be liked by all the audience again once. Nobody thought like that. Okay, once it was banned in his court. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. Tonal quality means sound. So as the pungi had an unpleasant sound, we know that. That's why the emperor banned that instrument. So there was a barber who belonged to a family of professional musicians. So his family was completely filled with professional musicians. Okay, so some music will be there in his blood also. So he wanted to play the pungi But he knew that the sound produced by Pungi was unpleasant. Everyone knows that. So he just thought like he wanted to improve the sound. So he just imagined like if I improve the sound of this instrument, it might have a pleasing one for everyone. Okay. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. Hollow means empty from inside. So what the barber did is, he took a pipe which was a hollow stem. Okay, it was longer and broader than the pungi, and he made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. I think you might have seen a flute. It was something like this. It's a pipe which is hollow from inside and has many holes on it. And if experts will play with that, they will move their magical fingers over that holes and they will produce some melodious music and all. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, so some melodious sounds were produced. So what he did is, then he blew air into the pipe and closed and opened different holes. He found that soft and melodious sounds were produced when he did like this. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. As the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chambers and was played by a nai or barber, the instrument was named the Shehnai. So what is described here is, when the barber started playing this instrument in the royal court, everyone liked the sound produced by it. Okay, he did all the mending works, he did all the alterations. Okay, and he brought it to the king's court. So everybody liked it because it produced a melodious sound than that of the unpleasant sound of pungi. Okay, so the royal court thought that this instrument was very different from the pungi, and so we should give a different name for this instrument. Okay, so now there's a story behind the name given to this instrument. Like, this instrument was played for the first time in the royal residence of the Shah. Shah was a name given to the king. Or Mughals called kings as Shah or Shehenshah. Okay, as the Nai, that is the Indian term used for a barber, had played it for the first time, they called it Shehnai. So the first part is She, which stands for Shah, and the second part Nai, that is a barber. So this instrument was named as Shehnai. Now you can see the pictures of pungi and Shehnai in this page. You can see the differences. Pungi is somewhat short when compared to Shehnai. Okay, so it's a round or a bowl shaped area is there in pungi, and Shehnai is not like that. It's a long one. Hope that paragraph was very clear to you. If you have any doubt, just note it down and keep it with you. We can clear it in the next video. Then all the other paragraphs will be continued with the next video. Thank you.